Good morning, students. In the series of video lecture which I am delivering, this video lecture is meant for class BA part 3rd, subject English literature, paper first, and the poem which has been entitled Women in Dutch Painting, composed by Eunice D'Souza. As well as my concern, myself Dr. Vijender Singh Tawar, Associate Professor in English. Presently, I am posted at Government College, Guda. D'Souza is an Indian writer, and before we learn about her and the poem, we should learn something about feminism. Without feminism's knowledge, we will not be able to understand this poem. What is feminism? Feminism is a discourse on female subjugation in history, literature, and culture. From time immemorial, history has been honed like a weapon by the patriarchy to suppress the female. It is generally believed that women have been suppressed, and in all the fields, it has been prepared a system in which women were not treated equal. They were always treated as something inferior to men. And this is now challenged, and women's fight for their equality, equal rights, and this is called feminism. This is also a truth that women were suppressed in the past. If we look at the religious ethics, notions of class, race, gender, various theological symbols are not God-given, rather socially constructed by the male theologians and historians who have molded the original teachings of God and used the fear of God to validate their supremacy over female class. The idea is, even in religious books, text, scriptures, it is taught that women were not equal. If we look at Paradise Lost, we are told that Eve was created by the ribs of man. Means that is part of man, not equal. And this ideology, this orientation is done, and it is estranged or filled in the mind of women that they are not equal. Nowadays, education is for all. Women have studied, even many male have studied this, and they are against it, and they support female, and this is called feminism. So our present writer, D'Souza, is a feminist. And as far as the poem is concerned, we will learn about what she wants to say. First, let us learn about the poet. Eunice D'Souza was born in 1940. She is still alive. She has served in Department of English as a lecturer and then head of the department in Mumbai. She got retirement from Mumbai. She was born in a Catholic Goan Catholic family, and she has seen it doesn't matter whether you are Hindu, Christian, or Muslim. Women are treated as women in every religion. They are not given equal rights. So through her poetical works, she not only highlighted various social problems but also showed a path of nirvana. She highlighted that how women are not given equality, and these are the problems of women in her works. She uses poetry as a medium to show her protest and to show the position of women to transform it. Sometimes she has shared her personal experiences and connects herself with all the women. Her works are known for feminist thought and interpretation. She, being as a versatile genius. She was not a lecturer, she was a poet, literary critic, and novelist. She has written many works. Some of her chief works are Fix, Women in Dutch Painting, Ways of Belonging, Selected and New Poems, Dev and Simran, and a novel. So these are some of our composition. Now let us come to about the poem. As far as this poem is concerned, this has been entitled Women in Dutch Painting. It is not an ordinary poem, it is very famous poem. And she published an anthology of poems which was entitled Women in Dutch Painting because of this poem. And that was published in 1988. This poem was dedicated by the poetess to her student Melaine Silgardos. Melaine Silgardos is herself a poet in her right, belongs to a patriarchal Christian family. She also writes about women issues in this harsh and sharp tone, social concern, pressures associated as what is the position of female Christian. These are the issues highlighted by Silgardo. Jones Vermeer, Peter de Hunch, Rembrandt, these are the famous Dutch painters, and they have painted beautiful portraits of women. They have been admired and appreciated by various critics. Their paintings mostly set in domestic spaces, yet seem to have an independent life of their interior that transcends those domestic spaces. The poetess looks at women such the ones seen in the paintings of these painters and then knows the vision of similar to women that she knows in real life. What she wants to say, that the women which have been presented through portraits by famous painters are also seen by the poetess in her real life. There is an understanding and acceptance, even a note of appreciation in D'Souza's analysis of these women. She not only accepts, but she tried to make analysis, and her analysis is down to earth. That is, it is good and remarkable and up to the mark. Now the poem is very short. Now what the poet says, the afternoon sun is on their face, they are calm, not stupid. The poetess tells us about the women presented in Dutch painting. These women are portrayed in the painting with calm and quiet expression on their faces. Their faces are lit with the gentle afternoon sun. That is, as they are visible in the afternoon. The poetess says that they are calm and quiet, but not stupid. The idea is these women are calm, but from nowhere it can be concluded that these women are foolish or stupid creatures. They do not have any personalities. Pregnant, not bovine. Though they are pregnant, but they are not dull or stupid as a cow is thought to be. Means if she is making an analysis of the women which are presented in the portraits of these famous painters, and she comes to the conclusion that the faces are glowing with afternoon sun. They are calm, but they are not stupid. They are pregnant, but they are not as calm and quiet or stupid or dull or stupid as a cow is thought to be. I know women like that, and not just in paintings. She further says that the faces which she sees in the paintings are known to her even in her ordinary life, daily life. They are not confined to paintings. For now she gives an aunt who did not answer her husband back. She knows a woman who was her aunt that was very much similar to the women presented in the painting. The, but the aunt never answered her husband back, not because she was plain, not because it was not because of any inner weakness, but because of the strength of her character. Another woman, she nowadays, and Anna who writes poems and hopes her avocado stones. Avocado, where the meaning is given, fruit, a kind of fruit. Naspati, nak, what is called nak. It is Anna who hopes that her avocado stone will grow, will sprout in her kitchen. She is very soft spoken. Her voice is oatmeal and honey. She used to present her views in a very sweet voice. In short, we can say it is a very short poem of just 11 lines. In the first 3 lines of the poem, the poetess presents a picture of the women in Dutch paintings. They are calm, quiet, and pregnant, neither dull nor stupid. Then the poet presents an analogy between these women in painting and the women in real life. She gives an example of an aunt who never answered her husband back, not because she was plain, but she has a personality and individuality of her own. Another similar character is Anna, who writes poems and hopes her avocados stones soon sprout in her kitchen. The poetess tries to establish a similarity between the women in Dutch paintings and these two women. Anna has an honeyed voice, very sweet voice. The analogy in this poem is highly suggestive. An innovation of this poem is that Eunice D'Souza has composed it in free verse, hence there is no rhyme scheme in the poem. She has used the simple language of everyday speech. Moreover, she has said what she wanted to say, the fewest possible words. The parallel between the women in Dutch paintings and the real life women who came in contact with the poetess has been drawn in an impressive manner. In a nutshell, the poetess has been able to achieve its purpose in a masterly manner. Again, if we say in women in Dutch painting, Eunice compares the women with Vermeer's Rembrandt's paintings to those whom she knows in real life experience with understanding and acceptance. There is understanding and even a note of appreciation in D'Souza's analysis of these women. The serenity seen in the paintings and also in the women the poet knows, the aunt Anna who writes poems, stems from consciousness of a life-embracing perspective, not from resignation or a lack of understanding. An indication of inner strength, not weakness. Although one can recognize a hint of anger in D'Souza's poetry at the social and moral attitude towards women in general, those of the Goan Catholic community in particular, there is also compassion and sympathy for their victimization caused by their passivity, conformity, illusion, and acceptance of feminine norms set by the society hostile to them. There is understanding for the compulsions that make women silent and compliant. The idea is sometimes society does the orientation of the women in such a way that they start accepting everything which is taught to them or told to them. Our poetess has criticized this attitude in many of her works, but in this she has appreciated that women are good women, calm women are not found only in painting but in real life also. Thank you very much.